By following my base setup, this will be your full production list. 12 per minute heavy Xiranite, 4 per minute LC Wuling Battery, 12 per minute SC Wuling Battery, 6 per minute Hetonite part, 1.5 per minute on Xiranite and cuprium components, and finally around 1.65 per minute Hetonite component. Without further ado, let's start with Jingyu Valley. I made a whole separate video on how to fit 6 Xiranite production lines within Jingyu Valley. I highly suggest following it since it is basically a once-and-done setup. No more revisiting Jingyu Valley ever again. Once you are done with Jingyu Valley, head over to Marker Stone. For those who followed my older base setup, do not delete anything outside the building area. You would still need to use the new blueprint since I optimized it to have significantly less pipeline usage. Move the subpack to the lower right corner with its loaders on the top side. Use my Marker Stone 1 blueprint and place it on the top left corner. Use my Marker Stone 2 blueprint and place it on the bottom left corner. Use my Marker Sewage blueprint and place it on the top side of the subpack. There are a total of 3 conduit inlets that take in sewage from the production lines. Connect each of them to their own outlets that are placed near the subpack. The order doesn't matter. All that's left is to connect the leftover pipes and conduits to clean water and acid sources. Just follow what I did in the background. This step is unnecessary for those who followed my older base setups. Once the blue purification unit starts producing clean water, delete the topmost clean water pipeline. Now head over to the main AIC. Move the main AIC to the lower right corner with a 2-tile space on the right and a 1-tile space below. Place thermal banks on the right, and make sure you are generating 7,000 or higher power output. Set the meta storage transfer to dense orogenium powder. For those who followed my older base setup, you can skip to the timestamp shown on the screen. Use my Xiranite blueprint and place 4 of them on the top side of the area. Each production line has 2 seed picking units. The one on the left uses sandleaf, the one on the right uses yajin. You will notice that each production line has its own pipe splitter. Connect all of them into their own fluid pumps. Use my Depot Bus 1 blueprint and place it in the middle left area. There must be exactly 29 tile spaces below. You can use something like relays as a guideline. Use my Depot Bus 2 blueprint and connect it to Depot Bus 1. You will notice that there's a double splitter connected into a quad splitter on both ends of the depot bus. Each splitter of the double splitter must be connected to its own fluid pump. If that's confusing, just copy what I did. Use my SC Wuling Battery blueprint and place 2 of them on the top left side of the depot bus. Each production line has 2 seed picking units. Grab 4 stacks of sand leaf and place it on all of them. For those who followed my older base setup, clear everything on the bottom side of the depot bus. Use my Hetonite part blueprint and place it on the bottom left side of the depot bus. Connect all refining units into a clean water source. Use the quad splitters on both ends of the depot bus. Connect the pipe converger into a source of acid. If you cannot meet this requirement because you refuse to make a long piss pipeline, you'll have to remove the whole Hetonite part production line. Make a Yajan syringe production line instead, which is extremely inefficient. I highly suggest creating the long piss pipeline. It doesn't take long at all. Use my main AIC Extra blueprint and place it on the bottom right corner. It should be connected to the depot bus and main AIC. Connect one of the reactor crucibles into a clean water source. Make sure that the middle left unloader of the main AIC is unloading ferrium ore. You will notice that it has a large group of water treatment units. Let's call this the mega treatment area. Go to the Hetonite part production line and you'll notice that it has an inlet manifold that takes in all the sewage from the refining units. Connect the inlet manifold to the outlet manifold of the mega treatment area. Same thing with the separating units. Connect its conduit inlet into the conduit outlet of the mega treatment area. Finally, use my all Wuling Gear blueprint and place it on the top right side of the depot bus. And that should be it. This is a recorded AIC report as soon as I finished setting everything up. It is on fast forward so you can see its stable production eventually. Once you are getting a similar report and are content with it, delete the conduit outlet and outlet manifold that are placed below the mega treatment area and close the video. For the Giga Chads who want the factory to be at its peak, do not delete the conduits. We will now send over all the sewage into the test area's purification nodes. Just be warned that this is a lot of work for very little returns. But hey, the factory must grow, right? First thing you need to do is to create a long chain of conduit manifolds from the main AIC into the test area's water treatment sector. It needs to start with an inlet manifold that is placed in front of the pre-assigned outlet manifold from earlier. Here's the path that I took. Just imagine that those single conduits do not exist yet. Once you reach the purification nodes, end the long chain with an outlet manifold and connect each output into a sewage inlet. It doesn't need to split into the third sewage inlet since there's not enough sewage. Next, you need to create a long chain of conduits from the water treatment sector back to the main AIC. It needs to start with an inlet conduit that is connected to the byproduct outlet. Here's the path that I took. Now that you are back in the main AIC, delete the whole mega treatment area. Connect the inlet manifold from the Hetonite part production line to the pre-assigned outlet manifold at the bottom. Same thing for the conduit inlet from the separating units. Connect it to the pre-assigned conduit outlet at the bottom. Now, all sewage you produce is sent into the water treatment sector. The chain of single conduits you made should now be sending zircon effluents back into the main AIC. The chain should end with a conduit inlet and connect it into the conduit outlet near the main AIC. So, what are the actual benefits? The zircon effluents are technically converted into more Xiranites. By clogging the forge of the sky with effluents, it slows down the production from the main source of effluents. Obviously, the main source of effluents uses Xiranites. Slowing down the consumption of Xiranites means you now have excess Xiranites. Quite simple if you think about it. Where can the excess Xiranites go? For one, you can delete the limiter you'll find in the gearing units. Deleting the limiter would allow the Xiranite belt to flow at max 30 per minute instead of being halved. Another way to use the excess Xiranites is to make liquid Xiranites and put them into bottles. The last thing I can think of is to use the excess Xiranites to make more LC Wuling batteries, but unfortunately, there's no more source of originium ores. The dense originium powders being transferred by the main AIC is already allocated somewhere else. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.